The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Throwing Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. You talk about this Giant defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Two yards still to go. Third down now. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Raiders at 3-5, 2 games under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvin up.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. You look at this Raiders defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. On fourth down, Jones. That is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Quick throw complete. Touchdown, Giants. Isaiah Hodgins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give up the gut to Abdullah. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, now Garoppolo. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Here we go. Hey, John.
In motion left goes Myers.
White.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to change the look here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
12, fellas, here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And his pass incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
One, Omaha.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this one is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here we go.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now they'll audible to something else.
21. Hey, alert! Well, here we go.
Get your eyes checked. Got it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Half 18.
Running left, it's Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jones throwing on first down. And that one complete to Hodgins. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Throwing again on second down. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down. Jones and the offense stay put. They're going for this. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
65.
On first down, Garoppolo. Open man, that's Tillman. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here we go. 21.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10.
11. Guys, you got this. Let's win. 21.
Don't let us down.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Wait.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Holmes returning from his end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the offense.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Johnson's got it complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Jones now. A final shot before break. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Jacorian Bennett has it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play in this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Half 18.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And down to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get it.
It's a foot race. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Up the middle with Barkley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone, fighting his way through contact. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Giants. Tyron Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
12.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing it.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
1, Omaha.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Okay, here we go.
Barkley, inside handoff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Catch made here by Campbell. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So they pulled a little rabbit out of their hat. Nearly for 6. Almost got the fake into the end zone. Either way, they're set up really nicely.
So we all fell for the illusion, didn't we? Did they sign someone in half on stage
well
on that one? I mean, that was something right there. We fell for the fake in a big way, as did the defense. And look what it turned into. A monster play. And now they're set up inside the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. Now Jones. Got a man, Slayton. Touchdown! Darius Slayton from 3 yards out. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Garoppolo changing the play.
Hey, alert! 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 12, fellas, here we go. 6! Stay hot!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly. Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
He'll find Hodgins there complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run with Barkley. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Here we go, here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
65.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He'll let this go for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Adams. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams, 36 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Holmes returning from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him This is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have. Make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Here we go, here we go.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. It looked, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So Ralph and got his man complete down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. Here's 1st down. On 1st down, Garoppolo. The left side throw complete to Adams. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. Davante Adams. Touchdown. Davante Adams with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Garoppolo's going to change the play.
And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
That is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over here near the 40.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Fighting through, he's got space. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Garoppolo the throw.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
Well, they're looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
2 timeouts still available. Keep that in mind. Here's 1st and 10. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Jones. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot. But this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
Jones. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed it intermission. They come out, they had the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Las Vegas, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.